Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Justice Emmanuel Akwa and this is Mr. J Graphics. On today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to design live worship poster, worship flyer. Without much further ado, let's jump right into the video. So first of all, I'm going to create my size. I'll go here. Then I'm going to create 20 by 20, and then I'm going to, this time I'm using resolution 72. Okay, all right, now I'm going to create my background. So I'll come here, I'll come to, okay, this time I'm going to use, I'll go to the layers, and I'll come this icon here, adjacent layer, and I'm going to use solid color. Okay, now I'm going to type my color code. I'm going to use color code, so I'm going to type this code right here. I'm going to type 002 F59. Okay, so this is the code that I'm going to use, and after that I'm going to bring this is abstract pattern, so I'm going to drag that inside here, and I'm going to scale it to fill in the background. So after doing this, I'm going to select the abstract background, and I'm going to change the blend mode here to luminosity, and then I'm going to decrease the opacity.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm going to use, okay, I think 3% is okay for me, and I'm going to lock it. Now I'll go for my rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw shape right here like that. And after doing this,
music licensing reimagined,
I'm going to hold my alternative key and drag, click and drag, and expand this one like this. Then I'm going to layers, come to FX, click on gradients. Okay, so this is the gradients that I'm going to use. I'm going to turn it down
music licensing
like this.
reimagined.
So I'm actually using this gradient. Let me give out the code. Okay, so you can check the code. The code right here, 9DE9AD. 9DE9AD. That is the code for this one. I mean this.
Music licensing reimagined.
The code for this one. So that is the code right there. See, and this one too. Let me see. You can see the code right here, 109DAE. So you can use the code to get the color that you want.
Music licensing.
I'm going to hold my alternative key, click and drag this one right here. Then I'm going to use gradient. Now this time I'm going to change the gradient color. So I'm going to use this color. I'm going to type the color code. So 1E 1E A
Music licensing reimagined.
4 AE. Okay, that's not the code I'm looking for. I'm looking for this code rather. FE 91
Music licensing
9015.
reimagined.
Okay, so that is the code that I need, and now I'm going to code for this one to
Artlist.io.
FF F095. Okay, so I think that is the code that I'm going to use for this. And now I'm going to close.
Music licensing.
I'm going to
reimagined.
shift my picture, drag my picture, and place it right here. Okay, so this is where I'm going to place my picture, and I'm going to do, a little retouch on the picture, just a little, just a little. So I'll go to filter, and then I'm going to use my camera raw.
Music licensing reimagined.
My camera raw. I'm going to clarity. Okay, so I'm going to close that and then open detail a little bit, and I'll press OK. Then after I'm done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type my, okay, there's this background that I need. Okay, now I'm going to
Music licensing reimagined.
Now I'm going to open my picture. I'm going to use some kind of image in the background, like a worship picture. So I'm going to get rid of the background. I'm going to use magic eraser. Just click here. Some space is gone, so just decrease the size of the eraser and then do it again. Now you can get your picture very well. Okay, so that is very simple. And I'm going to position my picture right here. So position my picture right here. I'm going to create a layer mask. So you just hold your alternative key and press the layer mask. It will disappear. Once it's appeared, meaning that you have created layer mask. Okay, I hold the alternative key and then click the layer mask. Now I'm going to switch the foreground's color to white, and then I'll go for my brush tool, then increase it a little bit. I'm going to decrease the opacity and then start brushing. Okay, something like this. I think this is okay. Now I'm going to create a layer mask for the background here, and then I'm going to clear some space. I'm going to shift. You see that this one, the layer I created it black. That is why I shifted the foreground color to white. Now this layer is white, so I have to shift the color to black. So when you create a layer white, layer mask white, make sure the foreground color is black. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of some places right here. Now you can see, right? Okay.
Artlist.io.
Okay, so you just have to take your time and do it like that. Okay, so now after this, I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need it anymore. And now I'm going to, there's this star design that I downloaded on Google, so I'm going to use that. I'm going for my magic eraser, then click on that. Click here, and then if you are not using the latest version for Photoshop, go and use it. Kindly download it, kindly go for it. Okay, so now I'm going to design I'm going to type my worship. Okay, I've already typed, so let me go for it.
Artlist.io.
Then I'm going to use this font, Hansen bold. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to change the color to white, and I'm going to paste my worship. I'm going to paste my worship like that. So I'm going to divide the wall and the sheep. So it's going to be wall sheep, right? And let me close the gap and then change the font to Hansen. This font too look nice, right? Yeah, it look nice, man. Haha, this font too look nice. Or yeah, it look nice, but I just feel like I want to use the Hansen, so I just feel like let me use the Hansen. So this is the Hansen, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase it like this and position it right here. After doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this. I'm going to duplicate this because I might need it. I might do a mistake, I might do some kind of a mistake, so I have to. I'm going to close. If you want to close space, in a text like this, and you see this space and you want to close it, you see this the A over A right here. You just drag it this way. It's going to work for you. Okay, so you just have to drop your mouse. Just know how to use your mouse, that's all. Okay, so I'm going to create this. I'm going to convert this into shape. So I'll right click and then convert to shape. After, once you convert, that shapes have node, anchor point. So after we created into anchor point, you can see that it's the anchor point has already been, meaning that this has already created to object. So there's no way you can change it. Assuming I want to change the text, I can't change it because I've converted to I've already converted to what? To image, to shape. So there's no need, there's no way I can change the name of the font again. Okay, so I'll go for convert point tool. Now I'm going to get rid of this, so I'm going to select and then press delete on my keyboard like that. Okay, let me do this one and see how it's going to look like. Delete. No, I need this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going for my worship clip art that I downloaded. This one, I'm going for it and send it in here. I'm going to scale it, hold my alternative key, and then place it like this. Place it like this. Now I'm going to convert this to, I'm going to rasterize this. Without rasterizing, what I want to do, I can't do it. So I have to rasterize this, right click, and then rasterize the layer. After doing this, I'm going to hold my control key and then press in the box right here. If you see, look at this. I've lifted, my hand is not on the control key. Now I'm putting my hand, I just want to hold the control key, see what is going to happen. You see, if you can see kind of a selection object under the pointer. So once you click, you're going to select the object. Now I'm going to create clipping mask here. So we just click clipping mask, or better still, just press Ctrl X on your keyboard. After doing this, then you highlight this one. You see, now you can see how it is. Very beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a gradient for this one. So I'm going to, in Photoshop you can copy effect, or you can copy layers. Something that you have created, you can copy and then give it to another object. So after this one, I'm going to copy the gradient of this. So I'll right click on the gradient here, say copy layer style. So I'll copy that, and I'm going to click on this one and then come here, right click, and they say paste layer style. You see the difference? Just amazing. So I'll go back there and make some changes, So I'm going to rotate the angle this way or this way. Which one do you prefer? Okay, let me use this way, right? Yeah. After doing this, I'm going to type, then I'm going to bring in my the live here. So just click and drag the live in here. Let me create shape. So I'm going to create shape right here.
Artlist.io.
Now I'm going to use the same gradient, so I'll just right click and then paste. And I'm going to, I'll click or double click and then rotate it this way.
Artlist.io.
Now let me change the font to let me use Hansen, either Hansen or Stretch. Okay, I think the Stretch is okay.
Artlist.io.
Now I'm going to curve the edge, one of the edge. So I'll just curve this edge like this. Okay, so after doing this, what else?
Artlist.io.
After doing this, what I'm going to do again is I'm going to bring his name. I'm going to bring his name. So what I'm going to do is, I think his name is here, so I'll just drag. Okay, let me create Eclipse and then place his name on top. So I'll go for my Eclipse tool, draw it right here. It seems where I draw it. You see, sometimes when you are drawing something, make sure you select the layer. Where you select, that is where whenever you draw, it will show up. Okay,
Artlist.io.
so I'll place it here, and then I'll go to the costume shapes. I've downloaded that. I've created costume shapes tutorial, so I'm going to leave the link in the description so that you can check that out and download for yourself.
Artlist.io.
I'm going to use this shape right here. So I'm going to draw, then I'll go for my move tool and rotate this.
Artlist.io.
Let me rotate it this way and see. Okay, I think
Artlist.io.
let's rotate it this way. Okay, I think this is okay. Then I'm going to highlight, select both of them and press Control G and then Control E. Then I merge it. Now let me paste the gradient. So I'll right click and then paste it. Have you seen? This is beautiful, right? So this is how it's all works. All right. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need it anymore. So I'll duplicate this this shape right here. I'm going to duplicate it. Then I'm going to drag it here.
Artlist.io.
I'm going to scale it right here. Okay, now I'm going to place this one here. Then I'm going to rotate the angle like this. And now I'm going to duplicate this, Control J, then I shift this one. I'm going to get rid of the gradient and then make it this way. Now I'm going for my costume shape, then draw it right here. After drawing that, I'm going to rotate and then place it here. I'm going to, oops, sorry. Then I change it this way. After doing this, I'm going to select all of them. And then I'm going to press Ctrl G and then E. Like that. And then after this, I'm going to duplicate them. Duplicate them like this. Okay, so now I'm going to type tune in, and then I'm going to change the color to white so that it can be visible, right? Tune in. Okay, so then I'm going to type this and this and every tune in, this and every. I'm going to use a font called Autograph. Let me take off the caps and make it this way. And make it small letters. And then let me increase the size like this. So this and every, this and every. So I'm going to use this gradient, the gradient of this. Right click, copy, and I'm going to paste it right here. Paste. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like. Tune in, this and every Monday, Wednesday. Okay, so I'm going to change the font names to Mr. Hansen, that is Hans. I'm going to scale this one. Scale it. I'm going to scale this one to change it to Mr. Hans. Because this one is too long, so I'm going to, I didn't change to Mr. Hans. Now let me change the Friday to Mr. Hans and then make it caps.
Artlist.io.
Let me scale it a little bit. And then let me scale the Friday. It's feeling like this.
Artlist.io.
Like this. Isn't this beautiful? It is beautiful, right? Now we left with something small. Something small.
Artlist.io.
Something small. Something small, then we are done. Just add the numbers. So I'm going to add numbers. So just duplicate this. And then change the color to white. Now I'm going to for more info. For more info.
Artlist.io.
Info. Call for more info. 024 6 10 5699. So for more info, just call the number right there. So I'm going to decrease the size of this. Right, then leave the number right there. Close the space.
Artlist.io.
A little bit like that. This is okay for me. Now left with one thing, one last thing. So I'm going to select the worship and then go for my eclipse. I'm going to draw a circle right here. Then I'm going to rasterize this. Rasterize.
Artlist.io.
The English, rasterize. And now I'm going to create layer mask. After creating layer mask, I have to create clipping mask. So I'll hold my alternative key. You see, if you want to make a clipping mask, right? Either you right click and then create clipping mask, or shortcut way, you just hold your Alt key and then place the mouse pointer in between the main object that you want to place something inside. So something like this. Have you seen? It's gone inside. Then I'm going to select my layer mask. I'll go for my brush.
Artlist.io.
Then decrease. Then start brushing. Start brushing like this. So you can see this look like I've created some effect right there. Okay, if you can see, then let me rotate it. Hope you can see the effect right there. What do you think about that? Haha. So let me see. Let me drag the name and place it right here.
Artlist.io.
Increase it. And I'm going to change. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. So let me change Let me make it to extra bold and increase the size.
Artlist.io.
And then change this one to bold. Like that. So then let me change the color of the host to red or something.
Artlist.io.
Okay, red is okay for me. Now let me decrease the size a little bit and then right click and then skew it. So this is how it's going to be like, right? Yeah,
Artlist.io.
this is how it's going to be like. So guys, thank you so much. I know you've learned something here. And then please, if you love the tutorials, kindly do me a favor, subscribe, and also leave a comment. Whatever you want to ask me, feel free and ask me, and I'm going to attend to you sharp. So guys, this is the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much. Please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit on the notification bell. Hit on the bell, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye.